Across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. Touchdown. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. He finds an opening past the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that will energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Bryant. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ryan Switzer, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Let's get it. Big rip.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bryant. And he finds McDonald. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
59 mark.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up and down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Running from the shotgun with Drake. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dontrell Hilliard. 78 yards as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point now by Boswell. we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Hooked by Tavarius Moore, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On first down, Hilliard. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dontrell Hilliard with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
At their own 25-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it's Martin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line.
And the Steelers first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Hilliard, he'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Second and 4. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
On the ball.
2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Bud Dupree make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. He may try and run for this. And avoids the contact by sliding. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow. That ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
To throw on 3rd down, Bryant. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Samuels. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bryant, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Open man is Switzer, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw. Bryant. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st down, Bryant. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Bryant. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, We know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Steps away to his left. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
They're going to look to throw. And this is Parker, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go! Ready?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
On first down, Hilliard. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And he'll find Washington. That's complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 45 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a carry here for Hilliard. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, Samuels. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 36.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. On third down, Hilliard. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dontrell Hilliard, 36 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Back to throw here. And it's complete. Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bud Dupree has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Parker unable to get that one. They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 14 yards. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point now by Boswell. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Complete. It's Henry. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Here's Matt Hawk now. And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Keep it up, guys.
They'll run. It's Hilliard. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Come on.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hilliard, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
I got you, pump. Bang, bang, bang.
On 3rd down, Hilliard. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Everyone got 4 down. Say go.
And they take a knee. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they will take a knee here.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's get off the field, D. Run it.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Keep playing hard. Ready up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.